So in this video, I will discuss three topics, that is metadata, data dictionary, and database languages. And this is not a big lecture. This is very small lecture, but I will try to cover this topic in such a way so you can easily understand what is importance of metadata, data dictionary, and database languages in relational database management system. And all the video of relational data management system is available on my channel, that is the knowledge data. So you can subscribe the channel and you can find all the lecture of relational database management system as well as some practical lab work also you can see here by using SQL Server. Okay, so metadata just refer to data about data, means here we are going to find out detail about the data. So metadata in a database management system refers to a data about data, is provide a description and construct of the data, helping to organize, find, and understand it. So in a relational database management system, metadata is stored in a structure that is called data dictionary. So basically, the other name of data dictionary is system catalog. So basically, system catalog or a data dictionary contain the metadata, and metadata contain the information about data, or we can say data about data. So this structure holds information about table, column, data types, table, relationships, constant, and many more things. Uh, Also, you can take example of a simple a book. In the first page, you can see the contents where page number is mentioned and topic is also mentioned. So basically, when we open the uh, denoted page, so we can find more detail about that particular topic. In same manner, metadata is the value that lead us to the actual data, and metadata is index of a library in a data warehouse. Metadata is a description or schema of the actual data, means we have some information about metadata, then we can find detailed information about that particular data. So basically there are four types of metadata types. One is technical metadata. So this type of metadata defines database systems name, tables name, table size, data types, values, and attributes. And also it's include some constraint such as primary key, foreign key, and indexes. And operational metadata means this type of uh, include the data which is currently under the operation. Okay, business metadata, so it consists of the ownership of data, changing policies, business rules and regulation, and other business detail that is contained by business metadata. Now last one, we have a descriptive metadata. So descriptive metadata describes any file, folder, book, image, or video, and it may include details of data such as a title, author, date, size, author name, published on, and similarly others. Now, metadata plays a very crucial role in a database management system for several reasons. For first, in organization. So metadata helps in organizing data by providing a structured description of the data elements and their relationship, and it aids user in finding relevant data by providing information about the content, characteristics, and construct of the data. And metadata also supports the management and administration of data throughout its life cycle, including tasks like version control, access control, and right management. And talking about compatibility. So metadata enables interoperability between the different system and platform by providing standard formats, structure, and vocabularies. Now, how we can access the data? So basically, there is a syntax in a SQL server. By using that particular syntax, we can access the metadata. So in a relational database management system, metadata can be accessed using SQL statement on the system catalog table or view. So here this is query select start from information underscore schema dot table. So this query retrieves metadata about all the table in the databases, including their name, type, and other attributes. Now, talking about metadata in data warehouse. So in the construct of the data warehouse, metadata acts as a roadmap and a directory. So by using this type of roadmap, we can access the data from the warehouse. So in summary, we can say that metadata is in a database management system is a very much essential for organizing, managing, and understanding the data, and it's provide critical information about the data being stored and plays a vital role in data discovery, management, and interoperability. Now, data dictionary. So, a data dictionary contains metadata. This is a basically structure which contains the metadata, and the data dictionary is very important as it contains information such as what is in the database, who is allowed to access it, and where is the database physically stored. So the user of the database normally don't interact with the data dictionary. It is only handled by the database administrator. So the data dictionary in general contains information about following names of all the database table and their schemas, detail about all the tables in the database such as their owner, their security constraint, when they were created, physical information about the table such as where they are stored and how, or table constraints such as primary key attributes, foreign key information, and information about database views that are visible. And here you can see the example of a data dictionary. By using this table, we can find all the information about a particular table. So here you can see the field name as like employee number, name, date of birth, phone number, data type. You can see field of size for display. Here you can see description of this particular column. You can see. Now there are two type of a data dictionary. One is active data dictionary. Second is passive data dictionary. So, if you are making any change in database and that changes updated automatically in database management system, that is called active data dictionary. And in passive data dictionary, we have to make changes manually. So, if the structure of the database change at any point of time, it should be reflected in data dictionary, and this is responsibility of database management system in which the data dictionary resides. So the data dictionary is automatically updated by the database management system when any changes are made in the database. So this is known as active data dictionary or active data dictionary, as it is self updating. And this is not now talking about passive data dictionary. So here update is made manually. So this is not as useful or easy to handle as an active data dictionary. So a passive data dictionary is maintained separately to the database whose contents are stored in the dictionary, and the passive data dictionary has to be manually updated to match the database. This needs careful handling or else the database and data dictionary are out of synchronization. So there are some advantage of data dictionary as it provide documentation, so it is valuable reference for any organization. It helps the analyst in simplifying the structure so that it can meet the requirement of the database system. It helps in improving the communication between the user and the system analyst. And through this, new database administrator can easily understand the database of the system, and the database administrator can easily track any problem in database by using data dictionary. Now talking about database languages and its type. So database language refer to the specific type of command or instruction used to communicate with database. It's help user or application to create, manage, update, and retrieve data from the database. And the database language is like a set of tools that help you to talk and work with data stored in the database. So in this case, if you want to retrieve any data, if you want to update any data, or if you want to, delete any data, so basically we have to use some particular command, and those commands are called database language. And these are DDL, that is data definition language, and DCL, data control language, DML means data manipulation language, and transaction control language. And also here you can see we have included DQL, that is data query language, but you cannot find in any books. In book generally you will find DDL, DML, TCL, and DCL. So for currently we can ignore this, and this comes under the DML. Okay. Now talking about DML, that is data definition language, and the DDL stands from definition language. It is used to define database structure or pattern. It is used to create a schema, table, indexes, constraint in the database. Using the DDL statement, we can create the skeleton of the database. And data definition language is used to store the information of metadata, like number of tables and schema, DNMs, indexes, column in each table. So here there are some tasks which just comes under the DDL. One is create. It is used to create object in database. That you can create database, you can create table. Okay. Second is alter. This is used to alter the structure of a database. Okay. And drop, it is used to delete object from the database. Or truncate, it is also used to remove all the records from the table. Rename, it is used to rename an object. And comment, it is used to comment on the data dictionary. Now data manipulation language, so basically DML stands for data manipulation language, and it is used for assessing and manipulating data in the database. Assessing means just we are just trying to retrieve data from the database. That is as like select. Select is example of data retrieval process or assessing process. Manipulating means just we are inserting some data or just updating some data. So that is example of manipulation. And it's handle user requests. So here are some example which comes under the DML, or you can say here are some tasks that comes under the DML as like select. It is used to select the data, or it is used to retrieve the data from the database. Also sometimes we say it is used to read the data from the database. Insert means we are inserting some data in the database. Update means it is used to update existing data within the table. Delete means it is used to delete all the records from a table. And merge, very few times we use merge. So it's perform upsert operation, insert or update operation. Call, it is used to call a structure query language or Java subprogram, and it has a parameter of explaining data. Log table means it's control concurrency. Third one is data control language. So basically, there are some tasks that come under the data control language. So basically, first is grant. It is used to give user access privilege to access the database. Revoke, it is used to take back permission from the user. Now this is last one, that is transaction control language. So TCL is used to run the change made by the DML statement. TCL can be grouped into logical transaction. Commit means it is used to save the transaction in the database. Commit means your transaction is just successfully committed. Rollback, it is used to restore the database to original since the last data commit. Means rollback back generally works when your transaction is just failed and just try to restore the data before the transaction. Okay. Now talking about some example of DBMS language type. So we have various DBMS language type as like SQL, that is a structured query language. PL means procedure language for SQL, or TSQL means transact SQL, NoSQL, and graph keyword. So we have some various database language type also. So this is all about in this video. We have already discussed metadata means data about the data, and by using this command we can access the data from the we can access the metadata. Or data dictionary means this is structure format which contain the metadata, and there are two type of data dictionary type. One is active data and second is passive. And database language or command which are used to communicate with the database, and we have a DDL, DCL, DML, and TCL. So this is all about. If you have any query regarding this topic, so you can comment on this video. I will happy to reply you. So thank you for watching this. Thank you.